body. There's a photograph on the piano of a black and white girl with gaunt eyes, hair pulled into 2 braids. Even here, years and miles away, I smell her coconut oil, see her hairy arms, listen to her quiet crying. The thing about Mom is that she knows what it's like to look like me, knows it better than I do myself, knows how many ways a home can repaint the body into shapes unknown. She will see me sitting out on the steps one day and ask why I'm not playing with the others. I'll respond, Nanama told me I was getting too dark already. I will not understand the response she gives in her eyes, only that she shakes her head and takes me inside for sunscreen, only that Mom is 4 shades paler than I am, but as a kid she told me she was dark, told me about how she looked ugly and bold, how aunts would gossip to her mom, how she would smear her skin in buttermilk, how she was always asked, don't you want to be beautiful? The thing about Mom is that she knows what it's like to look like me, knows it better than I do myself, knows how many ways a home can repaint the body into shapes unknown.
The first time I come home for winter break, she will offer to take me to the doctor to see why I cannot stop gaining weight. She'll see me trying to fit into an old pair of jeans and tell me to go running. She does not mean this is cruelty, only honesty. She does not mean this is judgment, only experience passed down the family line. When I run until my feet bleed, I will not understand the pain in her eyes. Mom won't tell me that her slim figure came from too little to eat, that it came from grandma giving her tea for dinner, that it came from coming to a new country and hating all its food, that it came from hearing, you're too big to be beautiful. The thing about Mom is that she knows what it's like to look like me in a time when no one wanted to look like me. Mom never got #brown is beautiful. Mom never got Constance Wu on screen. Mom got turmeric and yogurt. Mom got tea for dinner. Mom got told that the less they saw her, the more beautiful she became. So she told me to become invisible. Because Mom knows the pain of a woman's body, knows it will become burden, knows it will become carrier of someone else's someone else. Know that if we don't control it, someone else will.
I want to tell her that this is my control, the brown and the hips both.
I want to tell her that when I tell my body to move across the dance floor, it listens. You don't always have to be at war with your home.
I want to tell her sorry, that your body created another body to bear the same pain. But I want to tell her that I exist, inside and outside this skin, that this body, my body, is everything I need it to be.
This'll work.
Hello.
Things I will tell my children. Dear daughter,
the other day you asked me,
where do babies come from? Your hand pressed warm against my stomach, another heartbeat on its way.
and I thought of a different question. Where did we come from? Grandma watches Futian fade away from the stern of a leaky ship. She is 9, and her mother is squeezing her hand.
Dad watches Saigon fade away through a plane window. It is 1975, and the chopper blades cut loudly through the air.
She arrives in Manila, ends up studying stars. When Grandma looks at the sky with its quasars receding, she thinks back to the lights of a village that she left long ago.
He grows up in a small Midwest town, plays basketball even though the other boys tower over him like cornfields, then decides to master the long jump instead. Because what are meters when you've already trained yourself in leaps of faith, in learning the lengths to which a body will go until it finds a safe place to land? We have a refugee past and immigrants' hearts. That means we have learned from our ancestors the secret
of folding home into the soles of our shoes and the sleeves of our passports. See? When home is small,
we can pocket it,
we can swallow it.
we can share it across the dinner table nestled in bowls of rice.
So tell me about school.
And tell me about prom.
And tell me all about your astronaut dreams.
And the nightmares you wake up from but can't remember. I can't remember.
Memory is my grandmother's grave.
A buried landmine,
Shanty towns,
jungle across Pacific,
Binondo,
remnants,
Key, old woman,
war, prayers,
cavities, name.
Bombs dropped.
Knife, river, history, piece by piece. It is imperfect. I too forget the pronunciations.
And I might not remember how to cook you bunsale,
but I will remember that one time your tooth fell out while you were eating ice cream and you thought it was a peanut.
Forcing you to sit still in the cold kitchen light because no child of mine should actually have to pee every 5 minutes.
Constantly reminding you that Lego blocks may be colorful, but they aren't edible.
And all the love I have for you is small.
Chopsticks over takeout bowls.
Stars drawn in pastel on your bedroom walls.
Missed calls, history lessons.
Ironing out the creases from your school uniform.
As I say,
look how much you've grown.
So wherever you go, let me be the scent of chicharron and bacon grease.
Let me be the hand-smearing sunblock all over your face. Let me be porch shade respite from 90-degree heat.
Let me be the sight of your suitcase of baggage claim. Let me be blankets tucked under your chin just right.
Let me be Band-Aid. Let me be cold sore remedy. Let me be a welcome mat mother. Leave your shoes at the door.
Let me be a lighthouse father.
Let me be the end of the war.
Thank you all for coming out tonight. I have one last poem for you. No one ever tells little girls the epilogue of the Ramayana. Let me save you the trouble. Once upon a time, there is a princess. She is daughter of the earth, sandalwood skin, so beautiful, her father declares that only a man strong enough to draw the string of an unbreakable bow may marry her. There is also a prince. He is Vishnu reborn, the creator returned to earth. He breaks the bow and wins the princess. Let's call her Sita, let's call him Rama, let's call her woman, let's call him God. When Sita is kidnapped by a 10-headed demon king, Rama wages a war to win her back. Epilogue. He wins the war and Sita is safe. He wins the war and builds a pyre. He wins the war and builds a pyre and tells his wife to step in. Because apparently she might have sinned. Because apparently the years she was captive, she must have, fucked an evil 10-headed demon king? But how is that fucking fair? That man fights war, but woman must still step into fire, that Sita's sacrifice isn't stopped by peace, that she is held captive by father, by husband, by broken bow. But Sita doesn't know her body could become incense, that when they called her skin sandalwood, they meant it ought to scale in heat, that immolation is only poetic when you put self first. But Sita doesn't know, so she steps into the pyre, steps onto coals, crying, cracking embers, sin smoldering off her bones, simmering down into dirt, becomes clean, becomes pure, becomes great-grandmother. The second wife of a rich man who owns rice mills, man who is important, man who is cruel. When he dies and leaves her with all his debt, his business partners will take all the savings she has left. She will carry the burden of a family that has nothing. She walks with nothing, but still sees the steps, and becomes grandmother. The eldest of 6 siblings, and the one to put them all through school when their mother passes away. She'll never go herself. Instead, she'll watch as her brother gambles all their savings away, watches as this man takes everything away, and still sees the steps, and becomes mom. When my father first tells mom he wants a divorce, she rushes into my room at 2 a.m, stays there for 2 hours crying, my hand on her bony back. She was the top of her class in college. Dad was somewhere in the middle, but soon she'll be getting alimony from him. She gets these horrible migraines now. On days after she talks to Dad, she'll stay in bed all day sleeping. She is so brave, so driven, so willing to give all parts of herself to everything she does. She is smart and selfless and compassionate, and I think she'd take him back if he asked. And it's not fair. It's not fucking fair. Mom didn't know she'd be alone at 40. Sita didn't know she'd be burned if she married a prince. None of us knew. No one ever told us. Let me save you the trouble. Remember, that man is husband, that husband is Rama, that Rama is Vishnu, that Vishnu is God, that Rama is God, that husband is God, that man is God, and God's demands sacrifice.